Well, hello there. So I've seen a few donations so far since the campaign has been up, which is terrific news. However, I think I'm not getting as many as I could because I probably am not giving enough details as to what this project really means to me and what it really consists of. So to give further background without giving too much away, let's go back to the beginning. My mother got married at a very, very young age to my biological father, and which they pretty much immediately had me afterwards. She was around 21 and he was about 22, 23 maybe. Anyways, shortly after they had me, about a year, they decided to split up and regroup, so to speak. She met another man. She married him. He had a great part in raising me and he was a very good man. But of course, neither of those marriages worked out because of her sexual orientation and her struggles, which again is not a main focus of this project, but does play a good hand in it. And before she came out, and of course, a little bit after she came out, me and my mother were indeed very close. We used to tell each other everything, well, on the appropriate level between a mother and son, of course. She came out when I was about 17, and the night she told me was fairly interesting, I have to admit. But after she told me, I moved out so I can let it kind of sink in for a matter of months. And then once I let it digest, I went ahead and moved back. And then, I went about high school, I graduated. Shortly after I graduated, I had some life experiences that I had to try out that my mom wasn't particularly for, but she didn't stop me, which I'm very grateful for. And more on that if the project happens, of course. And of course, after moving out, that relationship that me and my mother had never necessarily changed, but it did at the same time, because when a son moves out and everything, the relationship between mother and son, of course, changes. And then, of course, there's earlier this year when the very obvious hell came about when my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I've always wanted to tell my mom's story of her life, because it seems like more and more things keep adding along to the story that needs to be told for inspiration and hope. But it seems like whenever she was recently diagnosed, that it was given a violent shove into, I have to get this story out so this can bring people awareness and strength. To sum it up, I have never wanted anything this bad in my life other than my wife. Oh, and my daughter, of course, don't forget her. And with that being said, I will have to also say there is much power in numbers. I thank all of you who have watched this video. I thank all of you who have followed my campaign and given support. I just ask that you keep on putting the word out, and most importantly, donate any amount that you can. Have a great day, everyone.